Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, in a small village deep in the forest, lived a poor woodcutter and his wife. They had 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. Times were tough, and the family often went hungry. One day, the woodcutter's wife suggested a plan. "Let's take the children into the forest and leave them there," she said. "We'll save food for ourselves, and they'll find their way home." Horrified, the woodcutter refused. But his wife was determined, and in the end, she convinced him to go along with her cruel plan.As. They ventured into the forest. Hansel overheard their conversation and devised a plan of his own. He secretly gathered small white stones from the ground and dropped them behind him, creating a trail that would lead them back home that night. As the children slept under the stars, Hansel slipped out and replenished their trail with more stones. When they woke in the morning, they followed the trail of white stones back to their cottage, but their stepmother's heart remained cold. Determined to rid herself of the children, she insisted they try again the following day. This time, Hansel had no white stones to mark their path. Instead, he left a trail of breadcrumbs behind them as they ventured deeper into the forest. Yet, when night fell and they tried to return home, they discovered the birds had eaten all the breadcrumbs, and they were hopelessly lost, exhausted and hungry. Hansel and Gretel stumbled upon a strange house made entirely of gingerbread, candy, and sweets. Overcome by hunger, they began to nibble on the house, unaware that it belonged to a wicked witch. The witch, with eyes as sharp as a hawk's, peered out of the window and saw the children. With a cackle, she invited them inside, pretending to be kind, but the witch's true intentions soon became clear. She locked Hansel in a cage and forced Gretel to work as her servant. Determined to save her brother, Gretel waited for an opportunity to outsmart the witch. When the witch asked Gretel to check the oven's temperature, Gretel pretended not to understand and asked the witch to demonstrate. Seizing the moment, Gretel pushed the witch into the oven and slammed the door shut. With the witch defeated, Hansel and Gretel escaped from the gingerbread house and made their way back to their village, where they were joyously reunited with their father. Their stepmother had passed away, and the woodcutter, filled with remorse, welcomed his children back with open arms. From that day on, they lived happily ever after, and that is the story of Hansel and Gretel, a tale of courage, cunning, and the triumph of good over evil.